In this video, I'm going to show you one effective exercise that will instantly improve your breathing. Welcome back, guys. My name is Dr. Mike and I'm a physical therapist providing tips on how to build strength and longevity with your body. Today, we're going to be talking about a remarkable exercise that you can use to instantly improve the efficiency of how you breathe. If you're someone that is suffering from neck pain, if you're suffering from tightness along the stomach or the abdominal wall, or maybe you're someone that just has trouble breathing, this is a great technique that you can use that will help improve the efficiency of your diaphragm. Today we are talking about a simple exercise that you can use that will help improve the way you breathe, that will allow your diaphragm to freely move the way it was intended to. Now, before we get into that technique, we must go over how to properly breathe. And in the physical therapy world, we primarily like to use a technique called diaphragm breathing. This is a technique that will allow us to teach others how to breathe efficiently using the muscle of your diaphragm. If you're not familiar with this specific muscle, this is a dome-shaped muscle that sits inside your rib cage here. So every time you inhale, that muscle is going to contract and be pushed down. And every time you exhale, it's going to relax and go back up into its normal position. The problem in this day and age is that many people are stuck sitting at their desk, on their phones, on these devices that require us to be more mouth breathers, require us to really use a lot of the smaller accessory muscles of our neck, which often down the road will lead us to having neck pain, trouble breathing, and really just incorrectly using the wrong muscles for what our body was intended to use for breathing. That's why the diaphragmatic breathing exercise can be a great tool that you can use at home and practice on a daily basis, which can help reset your breathing pattern and get you to really start breathing the right way. So what we're going to do to start off this exercise is you're first going to place one hand on your chest and then the other hand is going to go on your stomach. Whether we want to call that stomach or belly, either way, we're searching for that feedback from your diaphragm. Now, all you're going to do here is take a deep breath in through your nose. And what you're focusing on is thinking of that dome shaped along underneath that rib cage, expanding in a 360-degree motion. Not just thinking pushing down, we're thinking of the entire stomach filling up with air and really expanding that muscle there, okay? So we're thinking about expanding that belly here as we're providing feedback with both of the hands, okay? What most people often do when they think of diaphragmatic breathing is the first thing they do is lift their chest. They start breathing with their chest. They start expanding using their neck muscles. And really, this is why the hands along your chest and your belly give you some great feedback. So if I place one hand on my chest and one on my stomach, I'm gonna really focus on in through the nose, filling up my belly with air, and out through the mouth. Let's try one more time, in through the nose, and out through the mouth. Now, if you do this correctly, you are obviously going to feel a little bit of movement through the chest, but most of that movement should be coming through the belly, through the stomach area. That is showing us and giving us that feedback that that diaphragm is really working efficiently to push that air in and out in the right direction. Now, the technique that I wanted to show you, if you're someone dealing with maybe stiffness along the abdominal wall, one great way that we can help improve the efficiency of your breathing is by working on a diaphragm release. The reason why I have this model here is it allows us to visually see what we're trying to do here. So a lot of the times we can develop a lot of stiffness and tightness along this rib cage wall. And this is specifically because this is the attachment of where that diaphragm is. So what we're going to try to do is provide some soft tissue release or some massage. If you're familiar with any myofascial release, this can be a great way to help promote relaxation of the muscle and help get some good relief, especially if you're someone dealing with any pain. So we're gonna wrap our fingers and kind of hook them underneath the rib cage and try to get some good release here. And the best part about that is that you don't need anybody else to perform this. You can do this simply on your own, either laying down or sitting up like I'm doing myself. So I'm gonna demonstrate this sitting, and what you're going to do is use those fingers to kind of feel where that rib cage triangle is here. You're trying to get underneath that rib cage, and the best way to do that is when you take a deep breath in through that belly. Now you're gonna exhale, and as you exhale, you're gonna be able to kind of hook those fingers right underneath. For some of us, that might be a little bit sensitive, and it's gonna feel like your fingers are rolling underneath that rib cage, and you'll be able to apply a little bit of pressure through that diaphragm. What I typically like to recommend to some of my patients is working on some slow, deep breaths, 10 reps at a time, really with them focusing on hooking that diaphragm, applying a little bit pressure. And with each exhale, you'll be able to go deeper with those fingers and allow yourself to apply a little bit more pressure. And then you'll notice after that release, after 10 breaths, then try that diaphragm exercise again, that diaphragmatic breathing where you're placing one hand on your chest, one on your stomach, and really focusing on in through the nose, filling that belly up with air, out through the mouth, and really focusing on breathing the correct way. If you found this video helpful, guys, give this tip a try and let me know below in the comments how this worked out for you. In the meantime, to support this channel, please subscribe below, and I'll see you in the next one.